Hello, guys. This is Avcoor, and we're here to talk about Light, the newest SSR character. She's fire, and that's good. And the fact that everything you would want a fire wizard to do, she does that and then some. Light is where we're headed to, where you have a DPS that can stat people and hit for high damage that rolls over and overlaps that gives her a damage potential that few people can experience. I do have some complaints about her, but wait till the end and I'll give my overall assessment and you may be shocked with what I say. So let's start where we always start.
내 눈을 봐. 이 눈은 네 마음을 읽을 수 있다고?
We always start with a baseline assessment. Like her character design is good. It was always good. I hate to say it, but this was always good. This is one of the potentials. This is where the potential of Archeland lies in their character designs. I think they could do more with their background, but with character designs like this, they really need to invest more in the game because this is amazing what they did with this one. Yeah, really good design. I mean, they try to get as much skin as they can. I mean, I can't believe they did that one. Okay, let's keep going. Oh wow. Somebody found that. I found that on accident, but somebody was looking for it. So she's a fire element, which fire has a lot of cohesiveness in PvP because fire runs on damage and fixed damage, and she does that. So this element is fine. Mage class is a bit squishy unless your name is Catherine. Excuse me, your survival rate is pretty low. So with that in mind, you kind of want to jump her in and attack as soon as possible because the damage that these units do, especially Electo, it's hard for wizards to survive in this current meta. It really is. So if she's, I think she has less clothes on than her original design had. Somebody in the comments, please explain that because I think she has less. But instrument is okay because a lot of wizards use instrument, and if you have Lena, if you have Catherine, if you have Yig, then you already have an equipment set for her, so that's not bad. So with the stats, it's kind of meh. Like BHP is not bad, but it's not good either. Like I said, I struggle with this in my own account where I can't rely on the base stats of my units anymore. Like Lena, I had to put runes on Lena because if I didn't, she'd get one shot by the fire whirlpool boss. So when you look at HP in wizards, you kind of want it to be A over B. I would take AHP and reduce her magic attack to A. That's how important HP is in this game because units get killed really fast. So B's not really that great for a wizard. Physical defense is not that great. I would drop magic defense to A if I could have physical defense at B. Of course, her magical attack is stellar. I expect that. You expect that. That doesn't shock me. Her magical defense doesn't shock me. Both of these are good, but we have a lot of physical AOE because Electo does physical AOE. Uh, Cole does physical AOE if you want him to. So, and let me see. Charlotte can do physical AOE. There's a lot of good characters in the current PvP meta, which you would want her to be at. That can do physical AOE. So physical defense at C is it's not good. Concentration at A is not good either. As with a stat line like this, you would want that to be S, but this is serviceable. A is not really that bad, but you want her to kill stuff really quick, so you're just gonna have to work around that. But it's not too big of a workaround. I'm not gonna totally nitpick her, but this is not that bad. Her skills are where it's at, and her overall kill potential is high. But I want you to compare her to another wizard type character, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So you go into wishes, and
아이비스의 바람. 태어날 때부터 모든 것을 잘하는 사람은 없어.
so you're looking at
수많은
Lena,
실패가 지금의 나를 있게 했지.
and their stats are almost the same. It's like she has more magical attack than she does, and she's got about the same magic defense. But when you look at their stat lines overall, they're the same, and that's not good because Lena's not really used in PvP anymore. So you have to take that with a grain of salt, and you have to look at her skills. That's one of the aspects of this character.
내 눈을 봐. 이 눈은 네 마음을 읽을 수 있다고?
You're gonna have to DPS quickly and often in order to get the maximum effect. But her character design is absolutely amazing. So let's look at her unique passive. This is where things get really interesting. If there is an enemy in range, the magic attack increases by 50%. That's where she gets over that hump. Lena actually has a way to increase her magic attack, but she doesn't need to have high HP in order to do that. Cross around you at the end of action within 3 spaces gets one state of ignition. I think this is super important because you want passive ignition. That's amazing. And for her to do it in the same range as some of the equipment abilities is amazing. So yeah, that's pretty good. So fire before battle in the event of an active attack. Yeah, you get fixed damage on her own. Yeah, that's that, and it overlaps. That's amazing. So what this basically says is, first you want to actually position her to ignite somebody, and then you actually want to attack that person. There's other ways for you to get this, so this is where her overall damage output starts to get to insane levels because this is a really great passive if you're looking to jump into the pool of PvP. This is really amazing. This when you look at her stat line combined with this makes her amazing. This makes her a new character because I can't believe they would let someone have that. Anyway, they let someone have that. Okay, your Moon of Fire. Cooldown 3 turns, span 2 tiles. Fire a lightning arrow at a single target, dealing zero point 0.5 damage to the target around the target, bouncing between units within the space, causing damage. The damage causing damage. The damage you do every time you bounce it decreases by 7% up to 28%. 15% by probability of faded to a single ally. Burn to the target 10%. Excuse me. Additional increments. If there's no other unit than the visual character on the screen, it bounces in that direction, which is not affected by the skill. Maximum of 4 bounces. This is one of those bread and butter PvP skills where not only does she get to attack you, not only does she get to burn you, but she has a potential to cause fainting, which is clutch in some battles. We theorize that she'll just lopsidedly win battles because she'll faint one target that didn't get their turn yet. So that's amazing for PvP. That's an amazing skill. Flame mirror. So your range is 2 tiles, cooldown 3. Fire a lightning arrow at a single target, dealing 1.7 damage. That's a lot of damage. Your buff that removes the 3 buffs before you deal damage for 2 turns. infinite fireworks around you. The damage that our allies in range do in this battle. Oh, this is the one where she basically does a better version of what a tomb does. She deals damage to you, and anybody in range does extra damage to you. And if they have burn on them, they do even more damage, which is really good. This is good for single target teams, as if you properly position her and attack, and you get some serious follow up, you can wipe out a team. So this is an amazing skill. This is one of the reasons why she's a top tier unit, because she gets those busted abilities. And notice that this only costs one, which is weird that they would let a attack skill cost one. Fires a lightning arrow at a single target, dealing 1.2 damage to the ship and inflicted post battle, and fixed damage applied once. 30%. That's really good because you're only paying one for it. And if you look at Lena, Lena does not have this. She only has two cost skills. So that's super broken. So in the future we're gonna have more one cost skills that deal like sizable. 1.2 is solid damage. In the event of an active attack, the buff held before battle. So you can switch. This is where you switch the buff to fire, and you get fixed damage, which is really cool and really solid. Flames of heat. You deal 5 physical damage. Huh? You deal 5 physical damage to all enemies in range and inflict fire to a single enemy. Oh, I've seen that skill before. We talked about that skill. This is a really good one. Blessing of Courage. Blessing of Courage is one of those skills that everybody gets, but everybody doesn't get. Like, multiple characters can get this skill, but they rarely get it because it's so good. If you can buff the attack of your party, that gives you a edge of versatility in PvP that other characters don't. You don't always have to bring two attacking skills. In fact, she's got one attacking skill for one cost. So you bring that buff, and you can buff your party and set them up for big, huge swings. That's amazing. So skill wise, she's where it's at. And look at that. So that's all she needs. I have that character, and I have this character. Man, this is garbage. So So the other character that I want, Lancelot, I don't have the characters for her, but I have the characters for this character. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we talked about Moon of Fire, where the damage bounces between units and it deals damage to all of them, which is really good. Additional in combat damage when fighting with the enemy that has fire on them. Oh, that's really good too. She's got some really solid passives for damage. I feel that, like, as far as AoE and single target damage dealer, she's more than serviceable. She's above pay grade. Fires a This is the one that does like a tomb. This is like the a tomb's grandfather, big brother, big mother skill, where she does damage and anybody in range does amazing damage behind her. That's really good. So her overall skill set, she has two AoEs. Yeah, two AoEs. She has two single targets, so she has everything she needs, and she has a buffer skill, and she has some amazing passives. So pretty much, she has everything she needs to thrive in the PvP meta, which is really good. But let's talk about her allies, guys that you would like to see her play with. And of course, we're gonna have
새로운
to talk
세계,
about
새로운 시작.
Electo. Electo, I think her and Electo are a match made
뜨거운
in
열기로 알렉토의 강림을 맞이하라!
wherever you want to call it, because that's some serious AOE pressure. So in PvP team, you would like to see these two together. You'd like to see Balek there as well. You'd like to see Balek there as well. Because Balek actually is a
나의
great
사명은
healer
인간을
for
고난에서 벗어나게 하고 이 세계를 가득 채운 절망의
Light.
목소리가 사라지게 하는
Because Light
것이지.
is frail as all get out, and she needs a top tier healer. So Balek is really good. I mean, not Avia, but Clefairy is really good. Silva is another character.
폭발 용량 조절을 잘 못했어요. 내가 전만큼 노력을 안 하고 있나 봐요. 이러면 안 되는데 말이지요.
Like Silva, Light, and Electo deal fixed damage so they can get past their elemental hump. So in your box, if you build a box for PvP, you would want Silva, Light, and Electo in there, and Balek. And you would like Hazel. Hazel's another good character for Light, as she can buff her. Another good character for Light. Nah, I wouldn't say Zilvanath. I would say Catherine. Oh, I have Catherine. That's why I can't find her. Catherine's up here now. It's Catherine.
유능한 인재라면 아이비스는 언제든 환영이야.
I think Catherine's one of her best allies, as she can provide another tank so you can position your Light a little better. So I think Catherine is probably her best ally as far as Catherine, Electo, even Cole. I think those are her best allies. So what about equipment? Once again, I hate to say this, I think her unique equipment is best. That's becoming a new trend nowadays. What the heck? Oh, don't tell me it's not going to translate. No way. You gotta be kidding me. Let me see if I can get it from glossary then. Let's go to glossary, go to armory. Nope. Let me see where we're at. Okay. Oh, can't get it. Dang it. Let me see. What the heck? I can't believe the translation would do that to me. Well, basically, in a nutshell, this actually increases the damage that she does because basic attack and physical HP is always good on your character. Not only that, is it improves her ability to deal status effects. It increases her overall damage, but I actually put it in the comment section what it can do. But it's her best piece of equipment, hands down. Unfortunately, the translator is messing up.
아이비스의 바람, 아이비스의 모든 것.
But what equipment do
전부
you
내가
want on
속할
her?
유일한
태어날 때부터 모든 것을 잘
First things first. This is the helmet that you want. So why did I say Crown of the Gods? Because you need an increase in damage immunity so she doesn't get totally one-shotted, which is always best. This is the only helm I'll recommend. Yeah, it's the only helm because she needs to live. I think survivability is very important in PvP. Excuse me. Nah, this is the best armor. Let me go to summary. No, that's not it. That's a decent armor, but that's not it. Okay, there you go. Robes of the gods give you physical defense and HP plus 5% before battle in case of melee attack. One buff is removed for the enemy. That's a very solid piece of equipment. And I think there's one more that's really good. Nope. Nope. That's not it. Nope. Mm. I gotta go to a more popular character then. Oh, let's go to Catherine. They definitely have it on her. Okay.
유능한
They got so they like Robe of the Gods. I like this too. But I think there's one more piece of equipment that I've seen that's really good. There it goes. Okay. World water robes and I don't know, pies. Anyway, physical defense plus 10% and HP 50% or more reduce the chance of being critically hit. This is super important because crits kill wizards. They annihilate wizards and you want as much defense as possible. So I think this and this are her best equipment. As far as accessory goes, you actually want open-ended person because it negates silence, exhausted, active attack, and physical and magical attack power minus because she's a DPS. That's what you want for her equipment. Now, as far as runes go, let's go back up here. Where we're at.
태어날 때부터
Let me see. You're looking for copper wands because you're getting magic attack plus 5%. Increases damage done by 10% when using skills. Increases damage done by 5% when using range skills. This is probably the best one because you're trying to get as much damage output as possible. You can use this for magical penetration. Let's see. Or you can do this for HP, which is pretty important. So don't overlook the fact that you can actually put HP on her because that helps her. That helps her in the long run. Survivability is important in PvP. It's important to kill, but if you die before you kill, then it's no good. So what is my overall assessment of this character? I think Light
내 눈을 봐. 이
is an
눈은
excellent
네
character,
마음을 읽을 수 있다고?
but she requires more investment than you would like. Her overall potential as a DPS is amazing, but the resources required to make her that, not everyone has access to. I think she's more of a well unit where if you will her, she's going to be amazing. But if you don't, you're not going to get as much out of her. For PvE, there's no point of using her in PvP as Nicholas can do the same job, albeit not as good, but for a much, much lower price. And if you have a tomb, he can do the job, albeit she does it a little better, but you have more access to him and you can get more shards readily because you had time, because you summoned him early. So PvP, I think she's a must for PvP, but for PvE, nah, you don't even need her. I'm more of a PvE player, so I won't be summoning her. But anyways, guys, if you like my content, the like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day and goodbye.